Thank you.
Wow! Please
Whoa.
give a to Andrea Tanzil.
Yay!
Amazing voice.
Have a seat.
Welcome. Have a seat. Wow. Should we call you Andy instead of Andrea?
Yeah, of course. People
Okay.
call me Andy.
All right, so we'll give you a chance to catch your breath first,
Yeah.
while we first talk a little bit about her and her song.
Let's. Yeah, I was just looking at your Instagram account, and I just figured out that you're pursuing law school at the UGM University, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
I am in law school right
That's
now.
amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so obviously a woman of many talents. That was her brand new single, Uneasy. And
A young woman, indeed.
yeah, and
You
not
said
only
women. It sounds old. Like,
young woman.
you know how old
young
she is?
woman, you're right. Okay, absolutely, especially from our perspective.
Yeah.
So not only do you sing, but you also play guitar, and you did get your exposure from social media, and this
right.
allowed Andi to finally get noticed by one of the major labels, which was Sony Music Entertainment Indonesia. And under Sony Music, she has then released her brand new single, Uneasy. So congratulations on the new single.
Thank you so much.
And also, we heard that your Uneasy single got viral. Is that right?
yeah, it was on.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all. I mean, it was my new single, my first song I've ever released, I've ever written. So it was a surprise for me that that my song could get viral on my first try.
Right.
It was like kind of a culture shock. I don't know. It was a shock.
It was a shock
It was kind
for
of
you.
shock.
Okay, so we heard the lyrics. It contains a lot about it. So I'd like to get your perspective. You wrote the song. Tell us a bit about Uneasy and what it means.
Yes, actually wrote it with one of my good friends, Dianya. And yeah, so it was about a relationship, which is kind of, it loses the spark that it had.
Seems like it. That's what I gathered from the
Right.
lyrics. Go
Yeah.
on.
So yeah, it's kind of based on my personal.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I mean, a musician needs to know the emotions that is related to the song lyrics. I mean, so based on my personal experience, I was in a relationship that was unhealthy. It loses its spark, but I still loved the guy. You know, the one I was with. I was so deeply in love with him, but the relationship's just not it anymore. I'm still asking. Does he actually care about me? Does he actually love me?
Right.
Because, you know, maybe it's just guys, but
Yeah, so it was an easy situation at
it
that
was
time.
a very uneasy situation for me. And so I kind of channeled my feelings into the song. And so it became uneasy.
Wow.
Maybe that's probably why it also went viral, because I believe that many people go through these sort of experiences.
Right,
yeah.
And if you have lyrics that are relatable, and I mean, a lot of these questions come arise when you have an unhealthy relationship
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
sure people felt the same way.
I agree. But I mean, it's coming from your personal experience. Maybe you have like a message that you can actually share with people who might have, the same thing.
Right. Going through this relationship, I had a lot of people around me tell me to break up with him. And, but I still don't know at that time whether I should break up with him, because I feel like I needed him more than to break up right now.
Okay.
So I think what my message is through the song is that, first of all, I want people to relate to me if they do relate to me. And I want them to feel like they're not alone, that they're not going through this kind of relationship by themselves. You know, I felt that way too. And also, my message is, you can't let anybody tell you how to love someone else. It all comes from your heart and how you choose to express your love. I think that's the important part.
Speaking of personal experience, is he still with you right now?
I knew that's where you were going with this line of questioning.